Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are reading of Uncle Podger hangs a picture. So let's start. You never saw such a commotion up and down a house in all your life as when my Uncle Podger undertook to do a job. A picture would have come from the frame makers and be standing in the dining room waiting to be put up, and Aunt Podger would ask what was to be done with it, and Uncle Podger would say, "Oh, you leave that to me, don't you? Any of you worry yourselves about that, I'll do all that." And then he would take off his coat and begin. He would send the girl out for 6 pence of nails, and then one of the boys after her to tell her what size to get, and from that he would gradually work down and start the whole house. "Now you go and get me my hammer, Will," he would shout, "and you bring me the rule, Tom, and I shall want the stepladder, and I had better have a kitchen chair too. And Jim, you run around, you run round to Mr. Goggles and tell him, pass kid regards, and hopes his legs better. And will he lend me his spirit level? And don't you go, Maria, because I shall want somebody to hold me the light. And when the girls come back, she must go out again for a bit of picture court. And Tom, where's Tom? Tom, you come here. I shall want you to hand me up the picture." And then he would lift up the picture and drop it, and it would come out of the frame, and he would try to save the glass and cut himself. And then he would spring round the room looking for his handkerchief. He could not find his handkerchief because it was in the pocket of the coat he had taken off, and he did not know where he had put the coat. And all the house had to leave off looking for his tools and start looking for his coat, while he would dance round and hinder him. "Doesn't anybody in the whole house know where my coat is? I never came across such a set in all my life. Upon my word, I did not. 6 of you, and you can't find a coat that I put down not 5 minutes ago. Well, of all the then he had get up and find that he had been sitting on it, and would call out, "Oh, you can give it up. I have found it myself now. Might just as well ask the cat to find anything as expect you people to find it." And when half an hour had been spent in tying up his finger, and a new glass had been got, and the tools and the ladder and the chair and the candle had been brought, he would have undergo the whole family, including the girl and the charwoman, standing round in a semicircle, ready to help. Two people would have to hold the chair, and a third would help him up on it and hold him there, and a fourth would hand him a nail, and a fifth would pass him the hammer, and he would take hold of the nail and drop it. "There," he would say in an injured tone, "now the nail's gone." And we would all have to go down on our knees and groove for it, while he would stand on the chair and grunt and want to know if he was to be kept there all the evening. The nail would be found at last, but by that time he would have lost the hammer. "Where's the hammer? What did I do with the hammer? Great heavens, 7 of you gaping around there, and you don't know what I did with the hammer." We would find the hammer for him, and then we would have lost sight of the mark he made on the wall, where the nail was to go in, and each of us had to get up on the chair beside him, and we would each discover it in a different place, and he would call us all fools, one after another, and tell us to get down, and he would take the rule and remeasure and find that he wanted half 31 and 38 inches from the corner. So I hope you guys like my story reading. So like, share, subscribe, inshallah. Love.